I would like to take a moment to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your Monday here with us. Hope everyone had a good weekend. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a professional TCG player / content producer, and welcome to my Twitch channel. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying yourself, I'd encourage you to show a little support by using that follow button there on the screen. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps other people find my content. Our coin flip here for the match. Let's go ahead and be on the play here. I think this deck actually doesn't mind being on the draw a lot of the time, but there are just enough like Trevs and Donk decks and expanded. I think you should always be on the play if you have the option to. We're not going to put Hoopa out on our bench to start here because we want to be able to play him out for his Scoundrel Ring ability. We drew a Yveltal. Let's start by leading on Battle Compressor here and see what we have. This gets This gets 3 cards from our deck into our discard pile. I have a Jirachi in here. Yeah, so we're going to get Ho-Oh, and a Dark Energy into our discard pile here. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do here is play this Hoopa out. And this Hoopa is going to search for some EXs, and he's going to get a Jirachi and another Ho-Oh for me here. And then this Jirachi, so when this Jirachi gets put on our bench, it searches our deck for a supporter card, and she's going to go get Professor Sycamore out of our deck here for us. That's not true, Ryan. The Ho-Ohs are a little bit of money. The Ho-Ohs are like $6 each, right? If I recall. You always forget that. The Ho-Ohs aren't negligible. Yeah, I swapped the Jolteon for Yveltal. Because the Jolteon just, like, wasn't really pulling its weight and feeling necessary, so I wanted to try something else out. This card costs money online and in paper. So I'm going to go ahead and search up a double colorless energy here, I think. I'm going to ditch this, and let's see. I'm going to get double colorless or energy switch, whichever I have fewer of in my deck. So I actually have less energy switches in my deck right now than double color. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this energy switch. Let's go ahead and battle compressor. Put this Exeggcute and this extra battle compressor in here. I'm going to ditch this Karen for now as well. I'm going to go ahead and energy switch from my Ho-Oh onto my Xerneas here. Then I'm going to go ahead and Shaymin and draw a bunch of cards. Wow, and we actually missed, huh? That feels really bad. I guess I could technically energy switch up onto here. Maybe I should wait on this trainer mail too, actually. Yeah, I probably should have waited on that trainer mail. I'm going to grab an Ultra Ball here. I think I'm just passing the turn. I didn't actually play an energy out this turn, which feels kind of like a waste, but I don't really want to burn these energy switches just yet. Alright. I'd never seen this card before. Now we've played against it 2 games in a row. Our opponent is also playing Rainbow Road. Interesting, but they're not playing an EX version. They probably don't have access to Shaymins, if I had to guess. Yeah, we're just going to take this game over at this point. What does this ability do? When you play this Pokemon for your bench base, move 3 damage counters from one Pokemon. Okay, sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's get this Exeggcute back to my hand to start, actually. And then since he's playing Rainbow Road as well, I really don't have to worry about him bumping my Sky bench, my Sky field. So let's just go ahead and do this. I'm just gonna grab another Xerneas here. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to put this on my bench. And then I have a Lysandre in here, right? Yes, I do. So we're going to energy switch. We're going to go from here to here. And then we're going to go energy switch again. And we'll go from here to here. And then we're going to go ahead and VS Seeker back our Lysandre. Which let's just put up one of our opponent's Pokemon of our choice. And we'll put up this one they just put energy on. And then our Rainbow Force attack does 30 more damage for each different type of Pokemon on my bench. So it's going to go ahead and do 220 because we have 7 different types plus its base 10. where do you find deck lists for this game? PokeGoldfish.com has all of these stuff on there. It's creator of MTG Goldfish that just started. They do have Shaymins in their deck. They just have Shaymins and this. So are they not running Keldeo if they're playing Remoraid? I wonder if they're just not playing. If they're just not playing Keldeo. Our Keldeo is prized, so otherwise we would have gotten him up. We're ideally just gonna like keep one-shotting down our opponent's squad here. They're gonna float stone that. Weird. Okay. While my opponent takes their turn, I like to finish my spiel just by saying, you know, in addition to following the stream, if you're really enjoying what you see, you could also support the stream by becoming a subscriber on Twitch for $4.99 a month or becoming a patron on Patreon. Both of those ways help support myself financially so that way I can keep producing all this content that you see here. You can also support the stream by checking out our sponsors, the Super Rodcast, as well as Oak Code logos there. I'm really bad at pointing to the right. Our folks that support the Pokemon TCG portion of the stream. Super Rodcast is a competitive focused Pokemon TCG podcast that you can find on SoundCloud and iTunes and Facebook and Twitter. If you want to step up your game and just be a little bit more competitive, you can definitely check them out. I'm going to just put this Dark Energy on here, and then I think we're just Verse Seekering the Lysandre and knocking out their Xerneas again here. I don't believe they've currently announced plans on rotating Expanded ever, but I believe Shaymin leaves the standard format for Pokemon in September. We've already got a number of Pokemon that look like they're going to be reasonably replace Shaymin for that consistency Pokemon slot. Not only the monkey is definitely going to fill some of that void, but there's that new card that gets you, it's a GX that gets you a supporter out of your deck. It also has an energy-based double colorless attack, so that one, I'm blanking on its name, but the GX that gets a supporter out of your deck, the new one that's not Jirachi, is definitely going to be reasonable for that slot. Sounds great. Apart from buying packs and playing a tournament, is there any good way to get standard / expanded decks? I mean, nope, those are the two ways you get cards in this game, by playing or by buying them. I don't think Octillery is really going to fill the Shaymin void as much as those other two cards are. I'd be pretty surprised if they do. Opponent's leading on Hydreion here, which has a Shred attack, which is not affected by extra effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, and then it also reduces the retreat cost of all my opponent's Dragon's Pokemon while there's a stadium in play. Most important thing to note here, Dragons, they weak to Fairy, so Xerneas doesn't need many different types to Rainbow Road this nerd out of the game. Oh no! Our hand was so good, and our opponent's shuffling it away. We had a Battle Compressor, and a Shaymin, and an Ultra Ball, and a double colorless energy. Alright, let's get another good one here. Assuming there is a Scoundrel Ring Door Hoopa in our deck, this hand is Dece. Dece plus even, maybe. Opponent's playing Dark Dragons, the deck that we were just tooling around with. This is probably a Hoopa or a Shaymin. Yep, Shaymin. It would be a Shaymin if I were to knock out your Pokemon on my first turn of the game, wouldn't it? A damn Shaymin. You have to draw 6 here. The Fighting Fury is strong in them. Alright, so let's go ahead and Ultra Ball, ditch Exeggcute, and this Energy. Computer Search was an excellent draw here. We have a Hoopa, so let's go ahead and grab Hoopa here. What else do we have in our deck? 4 DCEs, a bunch of different choices. I've got Sycamores, Colorless, one of my Lysandres this price. Let's go ahead and grab Hoopa here. Let's go ahead and search with Hoopa. Man, what do I want to get with this guy? Huh. I think I just want to get 2 Ho-Ohs to put in my bin. Along with a Shaymin, maybe? Yeah, I'm going to do that. There's so many choices. There's so many trees with this deck of, like, different things you could be doing. And this was probably wrong because I kind of want to discard this, too. Yeah, I should have only gotten 1 Ho-Oh here. Let's discard these. I guess I could, in theory, like, go get an Ultra Ball here and, like, chain through this stuff. That seems kind of loose, though. Yeah, I'm gonna get an Ultra Ball, actually. This whole sequence was kind of awkward, and there's a lot of different permutations I could have done here. I'm hoping to flip heads on one of these 2 Ho-Ohs here in the bin. So let's do this. And I guess I can just Jirachi in case we miss. Yeah, Jirachi in case we miss seems fine. And, like, a lot of the decks in Pokemon are toolbox decks, but this deck toolbox is harder than most of them. God damn it. Alright. Yep, Shaymin. Man, things that feel bad for 100. Yeah. I'll get my Colorless. So my line was clunky and kind of awkward, and then got super punished by flipping tails twice in a row. How do I keep going here? I'll lead on Trainer Mail. God, none of these are good either. We're looking for a battle compressor here. You think I'm just hitting done, actually. Yeah, I'm not going to take anything here because I'm going to go ahead and bounce. I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball for my other Shaymin, which is hopefully in my deck. No, of course the other Shaymin isn't in my deck. I just... There's so much going on, and, like, I could have taken lines that were better against being the 25% and losing both those coin flips there. Like, someone mentioned getting a battle compressor with the computer search, and I definitely could have done that. I should have taken note that the Shaymin wasn't in my deck when I was getting everything set up, because then, like, my line's different at the end there. What's the reason behind not taking anything with Trainers Mail? Because I wanted the Ultra Ball to get a Shaymin to give us a chance to draw a Battle Compressor, and Shaymin draws more cards if you have less cards in your hand. The ramp deck seems more fun. I disagree. The Darkrai deck has less going on, and I'd much rather play a deck that has more going on that gives me more decisions to make. It's part of the reason I really like Pokemon as a game. You get just tons of decisions to make in most of your games, especially if you're choosing the right decks. Did you poop, child? I might have a diaper to change. And I'm gonna check and see if I have a diaper. If we have a diaper to change, I'm just gonna do that real quick. Check and see here. let's battle. So the problem with the emotes is, if I want to update any of them, I have to lose 2 of them. Because for a short while, I was at a higher subscriber threshold, which gave me additional emotes. Now that I've fallen back below that, if I want to edit any of them, I have to get rid of a bunch. I think I lose 2 of them if I want to be able to edit any of them. How long do I think I'll be on today? Another 2 hours or so. Depends on how the kids are once Declan wakes up. If the children are behaving once Declan is conscious, we'll be on for a little while. Mancentric-EX. 1 energy overrun does 20 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Does 60 plus if your opponent has a Pokemon tool. This attack does 60 more damage. There's an M-Centric, I believe. Yeah, we're going for a... Declan usually sleeps for minimum another hour. We'll be on for another hour and a half or so. Or as long as the munchkins allow. For those of you that are new to the stream, that short break there to change a diaper. I am a father of 2. My oldest is just over 3 and my youngest is about 18 months. So they're my primary duty during the day. The majority of my stream times are while my youngest is napping. Regirock. Okay. There's an Ultra Ball. And he put a Spirit Link on here, which means he can turn into the M-Mancentric, or however this is pronounced, without ending their turn. I'm planning to get my own account online at all, or just gonna show everybody. I mean, Ryan and I don't really play at overlapping times too much, so I don't think I'm gonna end up getting my own account. Like, no reason to, like, double pick up all these cards that I already have access to on his thing. Jirachi. Okay, I think we're just leading on Ultra Ball here. I think I want to ditch these 2 energies, so I have them in there for a Ho-Oh to start. Do I have a Hoopa? We do have a Hoopa. Alright, and what's Hoopa doing? I already have a Jirachi. Hoopa... So we're definitely getting Hoopa. I'm going to play Hoopa, and he's going to search up a bunch of stuff for us. It's always, like, a balance, like, between how many Ho-Ohs do I want to get in my bin this way and how many not. He's only got 2 EXs out here, so, like, Salamence might be a reasonable attacker to get set up here. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab Salamence and a Keldeo and just 1 Ho-Oh here for now. And then I'm unsure if I want to play this Jirachi out or not. I guess there's upside to Jirachi getting... I'm going to Sycamore this turn. So there's upside to Jirachi grabbing me a Lysandre, and there having being a Lysandre in my bin for later when I verse Seeker. So I think that's worthwhile, especially, like, I'm playing 2 Lysandres in this configuration. Alright, sweet. So things are going well. So we'll go ahead and we'll do this. And then... let's battle Compressor. Grab another Ho-Oh here. I could use a Dark Energy in here to round out the Ho-Oh. I think I'm just going to grab the Karen here then as well, because I'm probably not going to need that in this matchup. And then I think... let's go ahead and Trainer Mail here, see what we get. There's an Energy Switch. We're probably going to want that at some point. Let's go ahead and flip coins these Ho-Ohs, see where we end up at. Sweet. First one's a charm, so this comes back with 3 energies on it. Then... I think I'm just going to Ultra Ball here and go grab a Shaymin. I'm like looking for a few more things. We're going to Shaymin here. And I guess I could set the Salamence up to start attacking this turn. Just like hit this for 1 whatever. Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, I'm going to do that because it lets my Shaymin draw the maximum number of cards. So we're going to grab the fire energy off of here and put it on Salamence. Now we just need a Float Stone to get this guy up into play and start attacking. And we didn't specifically find a Float Stone, but we like found a computer search, which is like basically a Float Stone down the line. Let's go ahead and ditch these battle compressors. Miss Spade with the 5-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. The subscribers are the reason I'm able to continue doing what I do, so thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I kind of want Ultra Balls at this point. I don't think I want to ditch anything. There's a very good chance they could knock my Sky Bench out. So yeah, I'm just going to get rid of these other compressors. And then I'm going to go ahead and computer search here. I'm ditching these two. Yeah, that seems most reasonable. We'll grab a Float Stone here because what Float Stone allows us to do is Keldeo has a Russian ability, so he charges on in here. And then the Float Stone lets him retreat for free. And then Salamence is going to go ahead and Beastly Fang here, which says it does 50 more damage for every EX Pokemon my opponent has, and they have 1 EX, 2 EX, so it does 10 plus 50 plus 50 for 110. What's our deal draw next turn? Deal draw next turn is like, what do you do? Attach 2 energies from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So they could do that and 110 my Salamence, but then like I'm gonna get to knock their guy out in response here. What do you have Fervor Seeker here? Ninja Boy. So, I'm confused. Are we Ninja Boy for like Jolteon? Nope, just another man-centric to get the sure. That's fine. Oh, and then they get to Turbo Bolt this and then get this one loaded up. Interesting. Okay. That's neat. Oh, they only had 1 in their discard pile. That's good for us. Reverse Seeker. We have Colorless in the bin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Danny J with the 9-month resubscription. I'm intrigued. What does this do? It puts your message up on screen there. Thank you. I appreciate the support. 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and Colorless here because I'd like to keep these 2 cards in my deck. So this shuffles my hand into my deck, and then we're going to draw 8 cards because there's 8 Pokemon between the 2 benches here. That's actually kind of unfortunate. We just... Yeah, I don't have... I was hoping to hit a Xerneas or something I wanted to put an energy onto here. I think I'm attaching a fire energy to this Ho-Oh and just attacking. It doesn't feel great. I just don't have anything else to do though. I guess we'll knock his guy out here. We wanted an Ultra Ball or a Xerneas there ideally. Okay, there's energy switches. Sure. So this guy's gonna pop up here, and I guess. So if he has the Mega, he's going to be able to knock us out. Okay, we're Sycamoring. We're not in too awful of a spot. We've got redraws this turn to get a what's it called going. Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess it knocks the Exeggcute out here. Do I have how many Sky Fields? We're only down 1 Sky Field here, so that's not the worst. There's like 1 to 2 more Sky Fields in our deck. Hex Maniac. They already played a supporter this turn, right? Yeah, they played a Sycamore. Ultra Ball, sure. This is getting either a Shaymin or their MEX. There's their Mega, sure. We'll see if they have another bench Pokemon to set up with this thing's ability. So, we're going to go ahead and slide Keldeo up here as our active. Let's put any energy. That's interesting. Okay, so what does this do? That's a Shaymin. Huh. Not a problem, Godly. Like I said, I always love meeting people. Huh. Well, this sucks. Am I just supposed to, like, end here? God, that feels awful. I think I'm just supposed to end here. I guess I could slide some tools out just so, like, I don't redraw them. I don't want a Sycamore because I don't want to discard all these DCEs. I did play a Glissa this past weekend in Cord. Yeah, I don't want to bin energy switches either. We really need to get a Xerneas set up to be attacking with this turn. I guess N only draws me 4 cards. I guess Gedis actually, or Colorless actually draws us 1 more card. God, that doesn't feel great. Alright, so we're looking for Xerneas, double colorless energy switch in these cards, and a Sky Field. We need a lot out of these cards. That's was almost perfect. Okay, little bit of run goods here. So we hit that. We hit an energy switch here, so we can move a fairy from here to here, and now we need a double colorless energy and some more Pokemon. Alright, we hit a double colorless and more Pokemon. So, yep, just what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and return this Exeggcute to my hand. And then let's go ahead and Ultra Ball and ditch this and this. What do we got left in our deck here? Another Xerneas. I'll grab the Breakout for now. I think that's fine. I can't evolve either of these yet. So we're going to return Exeggcute to our hand and then bench it. Because remember, this only does extra damage based on the number of types of Pokemon on our bench. So because these 2 Shaymins are the same types, they don't add bonus. So we have 8 Pokemon on our bench, but we only have 6 or 7 different types right now. But thankfully 7 is 210 plus 10. So we'll do 220 here to knock their guy out and collect 2 prizes. Or did you want more shenanigans? She's really good at blocking Eldrazi. Yeah, she's a 3/3 first striking death touch for 3, just like Reality Smashers and Thought Knot Seers, just like she blocks. And like as a 3/3 for 3, like she's not super embarrassing to play on curve. I will be writing about my experience in Indy this past weekend for Card Market this week. An article will go up on Friday. Yeah, it does Spellskite, and I played 3 Engineered Explosives in the sideboard as well because, you know, Death Shadow and other decks and Merfolk and stuff like that. So seemed fine with all those different hedges. You want to come near and sit with Dad, Jake? Poor Jake woke up with a sore throat. Hopefully he doesn't get me sick. And they're dead. Okay, sure. Wonder what's in their hand. So that's a back and forth there. We bricked off a little bit, but that ended up pulling through anyways. Get some tickets. Yeah, do our 77 tickets here. Hi, Jacob. Can Dad turn this down a little bit here so his videos don't get flagged for having your music in them? That would be nice. So you can sit with Dad, but your music's got to be quiet. I won the coin flip. Sure. Let's go first. This hand's not particularly good. It needs like a Verse Seeker or an Ultra Ball or something like that to get kicked in. We get 1 draw step. Trainer Mail. We got a lot of things that could be good here. Lysandre, however, is not among them. Let's go ahead and do this. And then let's do this with these 2 and a Fairy Energy. And put this on here, and then go ahead and flip coins on each of these. Try and get them into play. Oh, I guess I have the energy switch here too. This is like, you know, if we had some more stuff, that would be a really good turn 1. Thanks, Black. Yeah, it's not pleasant to play against. I am happy to not have any major playing against Dark Dragons again. Interesting. I am happy to not have any major modern tournaments to play in for a while. I'm happy to focus on Hex and Pokemon that have more balanced and better designed formats. think after this week, since I don't have any major modern tournaments coming up, we're going to screw around a little bit next on our next paper magic stream. We're going to try a few different Bant decks I want to try. There's a Bant Infinite combo deck, as well as just like a Bant like value Vial deck I want to try. Like an Eternal Command style Bant deck with like Spell Quellers and Eidolon of Rhetoric. Sounds really sweet. If our opponent is a real pal, they will N us this turn. Yeah, I think Ad Nauseam is fine. I think that's like the definition of a fair deck. And ditch some dark energies here so they can get going. Okay, welcome to the free ladder. Occasionally, sometimes they just concede. We've done that before. Maybe they made a mistake, or they had to go. Had to go change a diaper. We did that a second ago. I wish I started playing it sooner. I don't know. Like, man, the end of my last year was pretty busy with all of the Players' Championship stuff going on. Can you define big for me? People have varying definitions of big. What's big? What's big in your mind? And link it in Discord, obviously, but like, what's we like 100, 200, 300, 400 people? Combi in expanded. Interesting. Eternal Command isn't a card. Eternal Command is a deck name. It refers to a deck that uses the cards Eternal Witness and Cryptic Command alongside Aether Vial to pseudo-lock your opponent out of the game. Yeah, it's an archetype that's never been particularly good or popular. I believe it was a Japanese player played it at Worlds a couple of years ago to some moderate success, and just like it fell off the face of the earth after that. I'm gonna go ahead and Trainer Mail here before we Ultra Ball, because if we hit Battle Compressor like we just did, I could Battle Compressor my Exeggcute in my discard pile and use that to Ultra Ball. So let's go ahead and Battle Compressor here. Get the Exeggcute, a Ho-Oh, and a Fairy Energy into my bin. And what Exeggcute does is Exeggcute says, anytime on your turn before you attack, you can bring Exeggcute from your discard pile back to your hand. Microphone is really quiet. Like, it's been really quiet the whole time, or it just got really quiet. Now, I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball. Shouta Yasuoka. Yeah, that name sounds correct. Okay, so we have a Hoopa in here. I have a Sycamore too, though. Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to grab my Xerneas for now. I'm going to go ahead and Trainer Mail here. Grab another Battle Compressor for sure. Battle Compressor is going to bin our last Ho-Oh and 2 more energies. And actually, we could probably just start attacking with the Ho-Oh. These guys are weak to fire. Start flipping some coins here. Play this out. Play a Fighting Fury Belt out. I'm going to go ahead and Energy Switch from here to here. Our chances of hitting a double Colorless energy should be pretty reasonable here. Famous last words. I guess I can go ahead and go Ultra Ball, ditch this. Go get a Pokemon. This can grab Hoopa. I'm just gonna grab another Xerneas, actually. I really feel like we don't need to go super duper wide here. let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and slide this out onto here, and then I'm going to go ahead and Shaymin and draw some cards. Looking for another Energy Switch and a Float Stone here. Alright, well that's basically what we asked for. So Sky Field, that can come on out here. We can go ahead and return Exeggcute to my hand. Then I'm going to go ahead and Computer Search, discarding... Discard these two for now. Grab an Energy Switch out of my deck. Oh, geez. Are they all priced? Holy crap. Are you kidding me? 3 of my 4 Energy Switches are priced? God bless America. My country, 'tis of the sweet land of liberty, of the I sing. Do 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 do. Well, that's annoying. Not like this. Not like this. I'm going to put this out here, and I'm going to pass the turn. Yeah, I'm going to pass the turn. Things that feel bad for 100, Jacob. Things that feel bad for 100. Oh, he took away our Float Stone. What a beating. What a beating. So Vespa Queen's their primary attacker, does 10 more damage for each Pokemon in their discard pile, which is currently going up to 6 here, it looks like. So this is doing 80 currently. 4, 5, 6. So many they could get in there. This would need to get, need 15 in there to one-shot this Keldeo. God, for fuck's... Oh, God. Well, we were fine, and then they had a delinquent. Now, what is just a series of unfortunate events? What a true series of unfortunate events. All 3, and I should have, that was my fault. I should have taken note when I looked through my deck how many Energy Switches were in my deck. I just, like, took for granted that, like, I'd only played one, so it's gonna, oh, it's weak. It's weak. Sure, of course it's weak. Why would it be? I should have retreated that because it was weak. Alright, now on the list of good draws in our deck, that was definitely towards the top. Alright, God bless. Put this on here. Put this on here. Knock you out. Rainbow Force. For the old 100 points of damage. Didn't even hit an Energy Switch. What a tilt. I believe this is lethal. We're just gonna get Lysandre out of the game. It doesn't really matter. You are correct, Ryan, that sequence is better. But we're just gonna get Lysandre out of the game, so it really doesn't matter. We needed to get attacking before that turn. Seems decent. Let's do this. Let's battle Compressor. Grab some Ho-Ohs and a Fairy Energy. We're on the play this game. Couple of tails. Just do when you evolve this in an ML, because then you put 2 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon, 3 on one of your opponent's bench. That's really good. This is the same thing. Yeah. I think I'm just editing. Alright, that's a pretty good hit. Let's go ahead and Hoopa here. Yep. Would like to grab a Ho-Oh, a Salamence, and a Shaymin, I think. Seems reasonable. So let's go ahead and play Salamence out. I'm going to put a double Colorless energy on him. I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball and discard this and this. Always feel free to go up and say hello, although I'm not going to be at too many more Magic events, so I guess the duration on those invitations is kind of... Ow! That's my arm. Don't scratch me, child. Guy's got claws. Child's got claws. Let's go ahead and play this out. Let's go ahead and play Shaymin, draw some cards. Hey, look, Energy Switch. Sign me up. We got one more coin flip here, so we can lose a third one. Look at that! 3rd time's the charm, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm gonna wait on this Energy Switch to see what they do with their bench decks, or whether or not I want to attack with this or do this. No more Magic events. I'm just gonna cool it. I'm cooling it on the major Magic events for the year. Magic standard format's been pretty miserable for a while. Modern's got a lot of degeneracy in it that makes it frustrating. Modern, I enjoy theory crafting and building decks in Modern. I find it frustrating to play a format like Modern at a competitive level because there's just too many decks like Cheerios and Tron and stuff like that where you're just like, you're showing up and you're basically just like trying to roll a 1 on a D10 to see if you can win. And there's very little control. Just fairly high variance format that doesn't make it terribly enjoyable to travel for. So between that and the fact that Hex is having like weekly cash tournaments now, and like Pokemon's a fairly low variance TCG that I can like travel to play in cash events for, it's kind of hard to justify traveling to Magic tournaments. I just like have all these other more reasonable options. Which Pokemon, by the way, is sweet. If you're just hanging out here because you're a Hex or a Magic player and you haven't tried it, I would highly recommend giving Pokemon TCG a try. The online client is beautiful and functional, and the gameplay is just fantastic. I really enjoyed playing Standard up until RTR rotated, I think was the last time I was really having a good time. And I wasn't even winning a ton during that format, so I don't think my bias is because of my results during that time. Just like, I just think the formats were more interesting then. What does this do? Attack does 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Alright, so let's just go ahead and put this on here, and then Energy Switch from here to here. Let's go ahead and retreat this back to here. And I think I'm going to lead on a Compressor and then Sycamore here before we do anything. So Compressor, I think I'm just going to thin these Compressors out of my deck, honestly. I kind of don't mind hitting some more energies at this point. So yeah, I'm just going to thin those. Lysandre, Sky Field. Yeah, I'm just going to leave the rest of this in here. I guess I don't really need a Great Ball at this point. Yeah, I'd be okay with hitting that. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of these Compressors so I don't need them anymore. Every modern digital TCG is free to play. Magic Online is not a modern digital TCG. It is not free to play. Let's go ahead and put our... Someone asked earlier what breaks are. Breaks are kind of upgrades to your Pokemon here. It counts as an evolution, so it gets around things like Jolteon, and it upgrades the hit points on this and gives it an extra attack. But we're not really interested in the extra attack in here. We're mostly just playing it for the extra hit points and to get around things like Jolteon. I'm going to go ahead and grab an Ultra Ball here. I want an Ultra Ball for anything? I don't think I do. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of Pokemon on my bench. This is sitting for 1. I guess I can get another Xerneas set up. Yeah, getting another Xerneas going seems fine. So let's propagate this back to my hand. And I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball and ditch Exeggcute. And oh, there was only one Xerneas in my deck, wasn't there? That's slightly awk. Yeah, I guess I'll just grab a Yveltal for now then. What did I need for this weekend, by the way? Can you make a banner that says, MTG isn't a modern digital game? Comment or will it just be ignored like certain other banners? Yeah. I have all my cards for this weekend, Ryan. I think Sam said he picked up the last Energy Switch that I needed. Which is the only cards missing. Hey, look, another Xerneas to set up. It's free to play and feel miserable, pay to play. Actually, Pokemon TCGO does free to play probably better than any other game I've played to date. Pokemon TCGO gets you theme decks to play with to start that don't cost you anything, and they have a versus ladder set up that is only theme decks against other theme decks. So you're not just getting bodied by people that have like paid for competitive decks, because you can only play unaltered theme decks in the queue. So actually their system is very good. It's one of the only ones, like Hex has an entire campaign that you can grind through, which is nice, but I think Pokemon TCGO does it a little bit better, and I really wish Hex would mirror their having pre-constructed decks to play against pre-constructed decks to earn rewards. It's really just a nice system. It's a good way to kind of balance it out, I think. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sold on the Yveltal, Ryan. I think I'm pretty sold on the Yveltal. I don't have an extra break or an extra Yveltal. I think it's fine. It's got a Colorless in it. Alright, can we find a Lysandre here to knock out one of their Alakazams? Ooh. Yes, we did. So Lysandre lets me put one of my opponent's Pokemon of my choice from their bench up to their active. And before we do that, let's go ahead and play Xerneas out here. Slide a Fairy Energy on it. Put a Fighting Fury Belt on it. And this one, let me just make sure this isn't going to do anything that I'm not going to be surprised by. This retreat cost is 2 less. So this is how many hit points? 160. And we've got plenty of types of Pokemon on my bench here. So let's go ahead and Lysandre this third. And then kindly suggest that he tastes the Rainbow Force. Playing the campaign got stale after a week. Sure, I can't attest to that. Like, I don't free to play any of my games. Like, I'm an adult with jobs and like income, so like I'd much rather just like, I don't know, work for 2 or 3 hours and like have money to buy a real deck. And I understand that not everyone has that option, so. But, you know, I don't like to play a game to play a game. The nice thing about Hex and Pokemon is because they both have secondary markets, you're not locked into your investment on something like Eternal or Hearthstone or the other CCGs that basically trap you, I feel like. So, like, if you decide you want to get out of Pokemon, you can trade your stuff back into packs, then, like, turn those packs into cash. Same thing on Hex, you can cash your cards back out. I am not playing a Seismitoad EX. So because Keldeo offers such utility, we don't play we don't have room to play another water Pokemon because we need different types of Pokemon in our deck. I think I'm gonna ditch the Shaymin here. Yeah, that's fine. It's our lowest hit point guy, so it's kind of a liability on the bench anyways. So what does this thing's attack do? Put 3 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon that has any energy attached to it. That's rude. Okay, I need to Shaymin and draw some cards. Will I try Gwent? So, as someone who doesn't have infinite time in his life, Gwent would have to offer me something that these other games don't. Oh, what does that do? This act does 30 more for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Oh, so he's gonna knock me out. We dead is what you're saying. Yep, 190. All right, so let's go ahead and put Keldeo up here and then see what we can do this turn. It's almost certainly going to start... Well, that's an excellent draw, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just go ahead and put the double Colorless energy on this nerd. This has 210 hit points. We need to get 7 types of Pokemon on our bench here. Let's start by flipping coins on these Ho-Ohs. Look at that. Ho-Oh's going to come into play with 3 energies attached to it. God bless. And then I can go ahead and return this Exeggcute to my hand and then put that into play. Before I could test it properly. I mean, the limited is fairly cheap. And like I said, the fact that, oh, I don't have, I thought I had Geddis in here, or Colorless in here. I guess Sycamore's fine. We just need to hit 1 more different type of Pokemon that we don't already have on our bench. And then we can knock this Alakazam out. Good God, man. What a tilt. What a tilt! T-I-L-T, tilt! 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 So I'm just going to make sure I'm not missing anything, right? I don't have another way to get a Pokemon onto my bench. I could get a Ho-Oh, but that doesn't give me another type of Pokemon. So I'm only hitting for 200 here, and he has 210 hit points. Man, that feels bad. Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just retreating this for this and then attacking. Man, rough. Didn't hit an Ultra Ball or a Computer Search or anything. That might actually cost us the game. Like that swing and a miss there. Rigged brick day at BTG. I mean, you know, sometimes you hit the low side of that bell curve, you know? That 10 and 20%er, like those happen for a reason. All right, you're gonna knock out my Salamence. That's fine. I mean, the good news is we got like 2 Verse Seekers. There's a Lysandre in my bin, right? There is a Lysandre in the bin. So, like, probably this Xerneas plus the Ho-Oh on the back of these Verse Seekers are going to collect their last 3 prizes for us, I would assume. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's something weird like a Max Potion to, like, try and get out of it. Well, do I just attack with this Salamence? I feel like I just attack with this Salamence, right? Oh, I hit an Ultra Ball? Yeah, I think I'll pass lead to victory with my opponent having 5 prizes there still. I think both paths are going to get us there. And those are the interesting and challenging games in games like Pokemon. Like, when everything's going well, we're just running people over. It's like, when we're running a little bit cold and we're trying to, like, figure our way out of tight situations, those are the games that are really worth playing. They allow you to, you know, make small decisions that allow you to maximize the percentage points when you're kind of running behind. hand's medium. It's fine, though. It's got Sycamore to redraw. We've got a DCE plus a Fighting Fury belt for Xerneas here. So some kind of Cosmog deck. Slanego, Solgaleo, whatever, however this metal guy is pronounced. He's so metal, man. You know what can deal 240 damage, 250 damage in one hit? Xerneas. As Xerneas goes out to explore the Rainbow Road. Yeah, exactly. Official Pickle with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. I really do appreciate the support. Subs, whether they are Prime or otherwise, are the best way you could support the stream. So I appreciate you doing that. Thank you and welcome. Let's go ahead and Trainer Mail here to start. See what we find. Sky Field, sure. Go ahead and slide this out here. Play this. I'm going to go ahead and put Fighting Fury belt on here. I guess this technically cycles itself by playing it. We're just going to discard it anyways, and I have the Sky Bench, so... Actually, so that was actually kind of bad, because now those are my only two Float Stones, and I can't Float Stone my Keldeo when I draw it. Like now. Things that feel marginally bad for 100. Salamence probably isn't very good, actually. Let's grab Jirachi, grab a... I'm just going to grab one of each. Just grab a bunch of different types of Pokemon. I mean, have you been paying attention to the stream lately? Of course we were going to hit it. Come on now. Come on now. I wouldn't have it any other way, right? Now, you know, it's possible I should hold that. And so in case he bumps my stadium, I can Jirachi. It's also possible they're a Sky Field bench as well. The Sky Field deck as well, though. I've seen a lot of these metal decks that play Sky Field because they need, like, Brazongs and stuff to set up on their bench. Hey, McCain. I mean, to be fair, that was a bad hit for us. It was not what we were looking to draw. Kiddo. Here, go sit on the couch. Go sit on the couch. No, you want to sit on Dad's lap? Alright, here. I'll come set you up on the couch. Be right back. What do we hit? Alright, so there's a lot of future Brazongs on his bench over there. So what are we doing here? Certainly doing this. Oh, I can get a Lysandre, huh? That seems pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. And I can Lysandre this one, you just put an energy on. It's like Omnom, your guy here. Clean two ball there. Start mowing our way down here. I think Jirachi for Colorless is reasonable also. I think putting him behind the resource of an energy is the best thing we could do there. Like, I've got these Verse Seekers with Sycamore in my discard pile here, so I don't think that's completely unreasonable. And like, now this turn, if he doesn't rare candy into Solgaleo. Yeah, so like I just, and this might even prompt a concession, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball to start. I'm going to ditch these two and go get another Xerneas out of my deck. Set Xerneas up on my bench. Because, like, without a Cosmog, they're just never going to be able to get rolling. So, put this up. Suggest they taste the rainbow yet again, this time for 230. Draw prize. I did in fact register. I sent them my money. Player registration. Yep, St. Louis TCG Regional Championship. Sycamore, yep. I think they're probably too far behind at this point to catch back up, but we'll see. Especially with like this third Verse Seeker for a Lysandre, if they just like get another Cosmog out of their bench with an energy. So keep mowing them on down the line. The fact that their guys aren't EXs or GXs makes it a little bit slow going. Yep, they're dead. They are dead. Taking my opponent off their basically most of their turn 2 turns in a row is more than enough to put them out of it. Thanks, Lodge. Okay, yeah, it seems pretty decent. Get Battle Compressor here, get our Ho-Oh engine rolling, we got an Ultra Ball. We can grab like Exeggcute and some Ho-Ohs here. A Lurantis deck, probably Plume Lock. I don't remember if we were on the play or not here. I feel like we weren't, but we'll see. If we get turn 1 Plume Locked, this hand is not good. I would like to take an extra card, thank you. Nope, we're on the draw, so hopefully we don't get turn 1 plumed. If we get turn 1 plumed, our hand just doesn't do anything. It's unfortunate. The plume decks are fairly inconsistent, but when they lock, they lock. How do you know it's going to be huge? Did they say they're sold out or something? And sure. It's the little things, Marty. Good catch. I never noticed that. This hand is not nearly as good. Opponent's still doing their thing over there. We could still get plumed here. I guess, have we seen Vile Plume pieces yet? Giratina. Weird. Alright. How are we winning this game? Let's put this on here to start. Let's slide this out. This is going here. And I think it involves Ultra Ball. Hopefully there's a Hoopa in our deck. If there's not a Hoopa, we're going to be in trouble. Okay, so we got a Hoopa. Hoopa's probably getting Jirachi, Shaymin, and another friend. Maybe Yveltal. Did you make it to Indianapolis today? I was in Indianapolis yesterday. 517 in Masters. Woof. Is there a place that posts online for updates on that you're getting that information from, by the way? I'm going to grab these for now. It's possible I should get a Ho-Oh here, but we're going to see a lot of cards, so I think we can afford to wait here. So let's do this, and let's go ahead and Shaymin and draw up here, see what we find. I don't know what you mean, Ryan. I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, you have to check in when you get there? That's funny. Alright, so a couple decisions here. Losing the Jirachi really doesn't matter. I could Colorless. I could Jirachi for Colorless. I could Jirachi for Colorless and then Colorless for 9 cards, but then, like, I'm putting this Karen back into my deck that I don't really care about. I could also just, like, burn this Sycamore. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to Jirachi for Colorless here. Watch the Colorless be prized. Oh, alright. Sweet. So let's do that. So we're looking for Battle Compressor, Sky Field, Energy Switch here. Wow, we didn't find poop. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and retreat this to here and pass the turn. Yeah, it was real awkward. Real awkward. Like, we redrew, like, the Karen and maybe this Verse Seeker, so, like, maybe I should have just Sycamored there. It's probably marginal either way, because, like, Sycamore's less cards, but, like, shuffles some other randoms back in. Likely fairly similar. It doesn't look like my opponent's playing Vileplume, so that's nice. We don't have to worry about getting that. And they only 60'd us this turn, so let's do some stuff. They get to attach some energies from their discard pile to their guys and gals. Alright, hey, look at that. We hit that guy, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and put this energy on here. And then I believe we're just coalescing here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball and ditch Karen and N, because I really don't want to draw them at this point. And then, yeah, we're not going to take anything out of here, because we're not going to show them what we have. Let's Verse Seeker for Colorless. And then we're looking to Colorless for Sky Field plus some other Pokemon here. So that way we could knock out this Lurantis. Oh. Holy God, man. Where are my Sky Fields? There's 2 Sky Fields in 23 cards after we resolve this, so got 4 looks at them, I guess. Lordy, God bless America. My country 'tis of thee. Do 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 do. That's a little touch awkward. Yeah, I'll get one of those for now, I guess. I could switch this up and hit for I could hit for 160, but that doesn't seem particularly profitable. So I'm just gonna pass the turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass the turn. It's possible we want a 4th Skyfield in this deck. I'm also only playing 2 Trainers Mails right now. It's possible we want an extra copy of that as well. When my opponent thinks through the turn, I'd just like to take a moment to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your Monday here with us. Hope everyone had a good weekend. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a professional TCG player / content producer, and welcome to my Twitch channel. If you're enjoying what you see in front of you and you're new to the channel, I encourage you to show a little support by using that follow button there on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. We play all sorts of different games here, from Pokemon to Hex to Magic. We play digital and paper card games. If you are really enjoying the content, you're new here, you could step up that support a little bit by either subscribing on Twitch for $4.99 a month or becoming a patron on Patreon. Both of those help me continue producing the content that I'm making here for you today. Yeah, Pickle, what you're describing is exactly how Opens and Magic Grand Prix used to work. They don't require you to check in at the stage anymore when you pre-register at Opens and Grand Prix, because it's just, like, not efficient to do so. Another great way you could support the stream, I forgot to plug the sponsors, is over here on the left side of the screen. We've got the Super Rodcast logo. They are a competitive-focused Pokemon TCG podcast that you can find on SoundCloud and iTunes and Facebook and Twitter, as well as that thing I get my codes from Oak, professor-oak.com. There's a link in the sponsor section below the stream to get you some amount, 5% off of your orders there on codes for Pokemon TCGO cards. I think I'm just coalescing again here. I'm like trying to find the Sky Field. I guess I could technically play this out. Yeah, that seems fine. Let's just like put this on here, just to like get it out of my thing so I can't redraw it. God bless us, everyone. And they say the Grinch's heart grew 2 sizes that day. Yeah, let's go ahead and Ultra Ball, ditching this and this. Get another Xerneas to start setting up here. I'm going to go ahead and slide this on out. Haven't played an Energy yet, so I'll put double Colorless on here. Let's go ahead and flip coins for these Ho-Ohs. Heads, yay! So we'll put all these Energies onto here. And then we'll go ahead and Energy Switch from Ho-Oh onto this Xerneas. And then I'm going to go ahead and rush in with this Keldeo. And then retreat back to... What does this thing's attack do? Does 50 damage times the amount of grass energy attached to this Pokemon. So this is only hitting for... It's hitting for 150 exactly right now, so it's going to knock out regardless of which one I put up. So I'm going to retreat to this. And then go ahead and Rainbow Force here, knock their guy out, right? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different types of Pokemon on my bench. So Rainbow Force will do 220. One hit KO your guy. Grab 2 prize cards here, pass the turn back. Your move. Pokemon deck lists are not linked anywhere in the stream because there aren't any good websites for posting Pokemon deck lists on currently. I post all of my deck lists below my YouTube archives after the fact, but as of right now, I don't have anywhere that posts them during the stream. Do I want to ditch Hoopa? Nah, I think I'd rather ditch the Shaymin since I have another one in my hand here. Meaning Lysandre here, or end. Getting Lysandre, okay. Are we knocking out the Hoopa to get 2 extra prizes? Does that require a GX attack? No, we're just knocking out the bigger one, sure. So, always put the Keldeo up because it is the float when it has the Float Stone on it. Alright, so there's that. Let's go ahead and put the Float Stone on this nerd. And then start by trainer mailing and see what we find here. Ultra Ball sounds great because Ultra Ball lets us discard some of these extra cards in our hand that we're not really interested in playing. So let's go ahead and Ultra Ball and ditch Energy Switch and Professor Sycamore here. It's going to let us get a Xerneas if we want it. Or we could just not get anything and draw an extra card with Shaymin because we're looking for the Sky Field here. I think I want to just not get anything and draw an extra card with Shaymin for the Sky Field. So let's draw 4 cards here, looking for the Sky Field. We did not find the Sky Field. That's a little bit unfortunate. That does 120 exactly. We have a couple different options here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 9 Pokemon between these 2 benches. So I think I'm going to put a double Colorless Energy on my Yveltal here. And then I'm going to go ahead and Verse Seeker for the Colorless, and then try and Colorless into the last Sky Field in our deck here. And we could miss here. We only get 9 draws. We have 12 cards. And that's just like... This is just like the story of the day, right? Like, there's 12 cards in our deck, and we're drawing 9 of them, and we need to hit 1, and we miss. Just like every time. Alright, Rainbow Forest, it's your guy for 160. You know, sometimes them's the beats. We're not just dead, but like things could have gone better, to say the least. Oh, he had a muscle band too. Holy crap. God, that's annoying. 4th Skyfield over a Trainer Mail? Yeah, I could buy that. I don't feel like the Fighting Fury belt is especially necessary. So if I put this on here, this is 20 damage times by energy attached to both active Pokemon. So he's got 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is hitting for 160 right now. Man, that's sad. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Sweet. I can hit with this. And, like, bring it back with all of these. And then I can Energy Switch onto the Yveltal. And then that's... Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Alright, so we were going to Energy Switch onto the Yveltal, and the Yveltal was going to one-hit KO that. Man, we figured... And see, that's why I'm, like, unsure if I need it, because, like, we got really unlucky in that game. And, like, we still just, like, pieced it together anyways, so, like... I'm unsure if I actually want to make changes. Because, like, we're hitting the low side of variance, and we're still winning. So... I feel like it's okay. I feel like it's okay. Unsure. Yeah, but so, like, the Skyfield's not free either. Like, there's times where, like, the Skyfield is going to be clunky and awkward. This hand's a Shaymin start, but it's pretty decent other than the Shaymin start. Crushing Hammers and fighting. So... Hand looks like Trev, but has a Fighting Fury belt, so obviously not Trev. Any deck playing Hoopa is gonna play Jirachi over Tapu as well. Like, Trev wants Jirachi because you can level ball for it, and this deck wants Jirachi because you could Hoopa for it. I would like to draw an extra card, thank you. I would like to draw an extra card, thank you. I did drop the Ninja Boy. The Ninja Boy was just, like, consistently never being useful. Okay, so our opponent's playing a lock deck. Yeah, they're just, like, playing a straight lock deck. So this locks us out of playing items, and this can lock us out of Pokemon abilities. So let's get rolling on these first. So what are we doing with this compressor? Feel like this compressor is just going Ho-Oh fairy energy here. My Hoopa isn't in here, is it? We haven't had to play a Hoopa-less game in a while. Let's go for it. Let's work for our supper. Start on Trainer Mail, see what we find before we decide what we're doing with this. Another battle compressor. That's not bad. So we can get 2 more energies and the other Ho-Oh now. And we can get Fire Dark here. Let's flip coins on these to make sure we hit one of these before we decide what we're doing with the trainer mail and the computer search. So our Pokemon TCGO, what do you think is the best way to start copying a list to build up your collection? Yeah, just build a deck and start playing, man. Man or woman, whoever you may be, whomever, whatever you may be. Trainer mail next, see what we find. Another Energy Switch and Ultra Ball. So this computer search is going to bin 2 things, so I don't actually have room to do the Ultra Ball thing here. I feel like I'm going to grab this Energy Switch and just like double switch over to the Xerneas here. Yeah, let's Energy Switch. Let's grab this onto here. Energy Switch. Grab this onto here. And then let's go ahead and computer search here and ditch these 2. I think I'm grabbing Keldeo with this because we want to set up Keldeo Float Stone before we get item locked out of the game. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and grab Keldeo here. There is, I mean, it's fairly easy. This service makes getting Pokemon TCGO cards fairly simple. That's a little bit unfortunate. So we could play the Sky Field out here, and then we could go ahead and Ultra Ball, bin these 2, go get Shaymin, and then Shaymin's going to draw us 3 cards here. Looking for a Float Stone for this Keldeo and some energies for our Xerneas, actually. Alright, we found a Float Stone. Sweet. So let's put that there. Let's play this out. And I think I want to go ahead and verse Seeker here for something, because we're going to get item lock next turn, so we'll grab the Sycamore back to our hand. I think I actually want to rush this in and retreat it back to the Xerneas. It's going to let the Xerneas get punched this turn, but it also means that they're not going to be able to like discard my tool. So like that's relevant. Right, so that kicked us up to 220 hit points. So we're going to need 7 different types of Pokemon on my bench in order to 1-hit KO this. Please don't kick on Dad's computer desk, bud. Would you like a cashew? Would you like a cashew? No? Okay. So their first Crushing Hammer failed. That's good for us. They knock our Fairy Energy off. We're pretty unlikely to be able to attack next turn. Being on the play was actually kind of a disadvantage in this game. Because our opponent, we likely would have been able to 1-hit KO our opponent on the second turn. And if we went second. N. Okay, yeah, that's medium, because actually if we get end, we could have a handful of items, and they're likely going to double Colorless energy. Toad Garb. Verse Seeker. Hopefully he's just like Sycamoring here. And nope, yep, there's the N. So if we hit an awkward hand here and he hits DCE, we're going to get real sad real fast. This hand's fine. Not exciting, but fine. Pretty good chance we get to 1-hit KO this guy next turn. Alright, so we can't play items this turn. I also don't want to return Ho-Oh. I should have gotten I should have gotten an Exeggcute, is what should have happened. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. And then we're just Colorlessing to try and find some more Pokemon, basically. Yeah, I think that's the line. Otherwise, we'll be able to two-shot this. If we miss, and boy, did we miss. Alrighty. Well then. Boy, oh boy, did we miss. And I guess not having the Exeggcute didn't actually punish us, because we wouldn't have been able to knock him out regardless. If we would have ended up one Pokemon short, we could have gotten really punished for. Well, that's sad. And sleepy time. Wow! So long items. So we shuffle all the items from our hand back into our deck, and then our opponent draws a card for each item shuffled in this way. Well, I mean, at least we don't have cards we can't play anymore, you know? What a swell guy. What a swell guy. Just like taking all these cards we couldn't play anyways out of our hand. Oh, mercy! Mercy! No! No, I requested mercy! This is why we should have played the Fairy Energy last turn, because of Crushing Hammer. Oh, man. Oh, man. Fairy Energy. Hey, look, an Energy Switch we can't play. I think we might actually be out of Fairy Energy. Nope, I lied. Alright, so let's put this on here. And then put this on here. Which actually cures all the status conditions. Nice. And then, yeah, knock you out. Alright, take 130. Jeff said next to you at the Indie Classic when you showed up and just left so your opponent didn't have to wait. Really wanted to get you to send my Kiki, but didn't want to know what was going on. Just wanted to say, hey, sorry about that. Yeah, I was just... You should have found me outside. I was just hanging out in the hallway most of the day while my buddy played the Open. And we've got a Lysandre and a Sycamore here, so... And by that, I mean we just got End, so dealer's choice. What cruel and unusual punishment. The old toter. No, stop it! Mercy! 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 God bless. Alright, so he flipped tails, so there's some mercy there. Oh no! Oh no, I needed that Sky Bench. Huh. Well. Yeah, okay, well, I think I'm putting this on here. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. Like, ending feels bad because, like, my opponent's going to draw up to 6 cards if I end. But, like, there's a sequence of cards when I end that, like, lets me knock this out. So I think I'm supposed to end. It's pretty unlikely, and we didn't hit it. I think I just Rainbow Force here. Loop the Shaymins? That seems loose. He's got a Hex Maniac in his deck too? What a monster. No, this wouldn't KO Toad. This only does 80. Toad's got 220 hit points with the Fighting Fury belt on it. If this could knock this out, I 10 out of 10 agree that we'd take that line. But unfortunately it could not. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have retreated this so he can't knock the tool off of it. I'm not sure if he's more or less likely to be able to knock the tool off it if it's the active. So we have this last fairy energy in our hand, so we get to fairy the Xerneas, and then, like, swap the Xerneas in and, like, knock this Seismitoad out next turn. Then, like, my opponent doesn't have a lot going on past that currently, so that's nice. We did just end them. Oh, we Sycamore. Okay, so they could end us here, which, us getting end here, Lysandre. What are we Lysandering up? Are we just, like, Lysandering up the Ho-Oh since it's weak? Opponent doesn't seem to have a lot going on. I guess they could have energy discard for the Xerneas. And, like, Lysandre doesn't do a ton. They need a hammer or energy removal here. So they just want to, like, start attacking. Oh, okay, so you've got, like, Hypno Laser. I mean, I'm still fine here, right? Because this does 40, and then I take 30 up to 70. Yeah, I feel like we're still fine, because we could rush in and then switch back out here. So we put this on here. Oh, wait, what? Oh, there's no Pokemon abilities. Oh, well, fuck me. I lost the coin flip. So, we're dead? Scale of 1 to dead? Alright. Alright, we're done. Got it. Got it. Mistakes were made. The Pokemon abilities were off, too, because of the thing. I don't think I have a line there that lets me win. I could have put energy on something else, but then, like, I don't have a good attacker still, so... Yeah. Yeah, I needed to win. If he lost... I lost 2 coin flips in a row, basically, to lose that game. We lost the coin flip on the Hypno Laser putting us to sleep, and then we lost the coin flip to wake up. And if we hit either of those, I'm pretty sure we just run away with the game from there. Because then, like, his only Toad's dead, we're down to 2 prizes. And then we can just, like, start attacking with Ho-Oh after our Xerneas dies from poison. So, that's fine. I definitely shouldn't have put the energy on it because I couldn't rush in and switch back. But I also don't think we had lines I don't think we had lines to win that game. I know, I need to work on the language. It's just so... It's so automatic, it just, like, flies out. I was dead to poison in a back and forth there. Like, I was... he had the stadium out that we were taking 3 damage counters a turn from poison, so, like, I pass to him, I take 3, I pass back, my Xerneas dies. Reprints are good for people that want to play the game and bad for people that are hoarding magic cards. And as someone who likes to punish people that hoard magic cards, God bless them. We'll take an extra card. Trainer Mail, see what we find. Sky Field versus Lysandre. Definitely the Sky Field. Our hand just went from doing nothing to still doing nothing. I guess I can theoretically Colorless here. I guess I could play an energy out. I don't even really want to play a Sky Field, honestly. Yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn here and hope we hit something next turn that's good. These Trainer Mails just like blank blank. I think that Angel Cord and Kiki Cord are both tier 2 decks in Modern that are reasonable if you are playing them well and have the right configuration for the decks you run up against. Modern in general is more about the matchups that you get in a tournament as opposed to the deck you're playing yourself. If you take whatever deck you're playing that's a reasonable deck in the format and play it well, you're going to do well a lot of the time if you get the right matchups. They played out more Pokemon onto their bench there, so this Colorless is marginally better now. Let's just do if this gets knocked out, your opponent takes 1 fewer prize card. Sure. It's like a free prize. That's kind of hot. Put a Float Stone here. I'm going to put a Sky Field here. I think I'm actually just going to play this Ho-Oh out so I draw 1 more card here. Yeah, I'm just going to Colorless, draw 6. Let's go ahead and put this on here. And then let's get our Battle Compressor on here. Let's go ahead and grab Ho-Oh Fairy Energy. 2 of my 3 Fairy Energies are prized. Yep, that's the life we live in. That's how today's been going. It's been miss on Trainer Mail, flip 2 tails in a row. Just like... There's not another Ho-Oh in here either, is there? No, there's not. Okay, Salah, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Okay, Salah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I should have retreated this. This is sitting for 100 now. They have to put 5 more Pokemon in their discard pile. They have to put 2 more Pokemon in their discard pile. Oh no. Oh no, I know. Dad's getting bodied, Jacob. We're losing coin flips. We're running bad. We're missing on trainer mails. It's all, none of it's very good. None of it's good for us. You did hit like 5 Ho-Oh in a row? Sure, but like... A lot of those Ho-Ohs we were hitting on the first try, we had like 2 and 3 more Ho-Ohs in the bin. So like if we could just like spread out our variants a little bit, that would be swell. Like we hit heads on the first Ho-Oh and we had like 2 more chances on them. Bilbo the Burglar with the 45-point share. Thank you for that. I do appreciate it. Scale of 1 to dead. I feel like this Xerneas is pretty dead. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is sitting for 1. They don't have energy. God bless us, everyone. Flip. Ah! I'm falling sideways. We're sliding sideways. I'm off my chair. I guess I have this Karen. God, how bad is that? I'm gonna Karen my Ho-Ohs back into. I guess I could put this back in my hand before I do it. God, how miserable is this? Just, yeah. Shuffle my Ho-Ohs back into my deck. Just like, we're like 0% to ever lose this game if we hit on one of those Ho-Ohs and then get to Energy Switch up to this. Ah, what an awkward game of Pokemon we play. What's an awkward game? Oh yeah, verse Seeker. Please end us. No, Juniper. Rats. If he knocks out our break this turn, we're gonna try again. And we don't have another fairy energy in our deck to draw to because 2 of them are prized on top of all of that. And like 3 of our energy switches are here in our hand. So yeah, we actually might just be locking ourselves out of fairy energy with this play, but I'm pretty sure it's better than the alternatives. Alright, well, with that, let's go ahead and return this Exeggcute to my hand. We're going to computer search, discard this and this, and let's take a look at what's in our deck. Because there's not an energy switch in here, we're going to concede. Okay, we have an energy switch. So what's the line for the energy switch here? It's... Oh, you know what? That's it. We can just attack this and kill this, right? Because this is weak to fire. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's just do this. Get another battle compressor out. Let's hit on the 5th Ho-Oh or the 6th Ho-Oh flip. Look at that. 6 Ho-Ohs the charm. Alright, let's get all these back. We don't have an energy switch here. But we do, however, have a free retreat into this. And I'm going to put this DCE on here just because. And then let's go ahead and suggest they taste the rainbow. The rainbow burn. Burn, baby, burn. We don't even get a prize card because our opponent had the little life dew thing on there. You can go play with your trains. How many Pokemon we got in here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're looking for an energy switch next turn so we can switch an energy onto our Xerneas and then use Rainbow Road to knock out this Flareon. What did he just put in here? He's got a whole bunch of tools in his deck I've never seen before. Attacks do 30 more damage to EX Pokemon, the Silver Bangle. That's gross. So he can knock out my Ho-Oh this turn. And then I need to hit heads and find a... That's not good for us. Taurus GX, sure. It's lethal, 170, yep. Of course. Let's put up the break just because there's a float stone on it. Alright, there is one switch in our deck, and we need to find it. Alright, let's do that. So, interesting proposition. I think I'm going to Hoopa to thin my deck here. I don't really want to draw either of those. I'm going to grab these into my hand, and then I'm going to Sycamore them away. We're looking for the 1 energy switch and 16 cards here, so... Are you in the top half of my deck for a change? God bless us, everyone. My country 'tis of thee sweet... Oh, you know what? This might have been a punt. You know, I wasn't even thinking about it. It's highly possible I should have, it's very possible I should have just Karen'd here and just, like, put the Ho-Oh up and attacked. Huh. It's an interesting idea. Yeah, just playing Karen? Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It's very possible I should have done that. Huh. Alright, what do I want to do now that I chose not to do that? I guess I could get... my Keldeo with the Float Stone going here. Do this. Grab Keldeo. Am I out of VS Seekers now, too? No. Still plenty of VS Seekers. Let's play this out. Draw some cards. Leaves 3 cards in our deck here. Do I want to set up another attacker? My other Dark Energy gone? My other Dark's gone, so I can't attack with Yveltal. I did swap out Jolteon for Yveltal because I was beating Night March pretty consistently without Jolteon, and I wanted Yveltal to hedge the Trev matchup. I'm pretty sure we just knock his guy. I guess I could put this on my Shaymin in case we want to attack with that at some point. 160, collect our first prize. That's going to be the real trouble here, is the fact that that was our first prize card. If he knocks this out, I think we're just too choked on resources. Yep, we really needed to find two of our fairy energies were prized there. And if he's able to get a double colorless on here, we're not going to be able to... Oh, this is a free retreat cost, so we're just doing that. Sure. Six, 9, sure. Knock Dork out. No, he's got 5 cards in his deck. And I can't Karen this turn. Scale of 1 to dead, where are we at here? Pretty dead? Yeah, we really needed to be able to put a second fairy energy on here. We're out of energy switches. We had to burn through 3 of the energy switches on a Sycamore, so combination of things that just ended up not taking away there. Maybe the 6 actually not good. I feel like, so I keep feeling like we keep getting really unlucky in different ways, but like playing a lot of TCGs, like the end result, if you keep feeling like you're getting unlucky, it usually just means your deck's not very good or very consistent. But like this is the first time, the first day in a long time I felt like this, so maybe we're just running a little bit cold. I'm unsure. Could have attacked with Keldeo. Oh, his guy's weak to water? Huh. Interesting. You're right, we could have. Yeah, like down the line, like built another attacker. Also, the more I choose to play first, the less I become convinced that that's the correct line in this deck. Crushing Hammer, Fairy Garden. I wonder if they're the Xerneas Break deck. This deck. Okay. There's only one Ho-Oh in the deck. Well, that's awkward. I was gonna get 2 Ho-Ohs here and then use Jirachi to bend them to a Sycamore, but we only have 1 Ho-Oh to get. What do we got with this? I'm not going to take a Verse Seeker here because Jirachi is getting Professor Sycamore here. I don't really want to discard a Verse Seeker. Verse Seeker is a valuable tool later in the game. Grab an Exeggcute and a Dark and a Fire here. Start losing coin flips. Look at that. God bless us, everyone. I'm just like burning 2 energy switches here, right? Yeah, I think so. Don't need any more battle compressors, so I'm just gonna ditch those for now, and I'm gonna put one of my 2 Lysandres in the bin so that way Verse Seeker can get them later. And then I could Ultra Ball for Shaymin here, but I think I'd rather just pass the turn because there's a good chance he bumps the stadium, and I want to be able to have extra Pokemon in my deck to go get after he bumps my stadium. Yeah, there goes my stadium. That's no abilities. Well, that's poop. So long, Ho-Oh. Oh, I can't even rush in and switch out anymore? That's sad. So long, Jirachi. Yep. Oh, you're ending us. Deal. Take away a bunch of my resources, give me 3 more. Deal. My Karen was basically a mulligan, so hit a Sky Field, and Sycamore just, this hand's great. We might actually win the game this turn, since they didn't put another Pokemon out here. We do this, and then we need 6 different types of Pokemon on my bench, right? Let's go ahead and I can get an Exeggcute back. Yeah, let's get Exeggcute back. Oh, you know, I probably wasn't supposed to do that. Yeah, I want to draw the most cards with Shaymin, actually. So yeah, let's Ultra Ball and ditch this and this. Do I even want to get anything here? I can just get a break, I guess, out of my deck to thin it. So let's put this here. Let's put this here. Let's put this here. Let's put this here. Draw 5. Looking for Float Stone plus an energy. Alright, there's a Float Stone, and then I hit an Energy Switch, so that means this Ho-Oh, if we hit heads on this, they lose. Okay, we hit tails. So if I just Sycamore into an energy, they lose. Seems fine. Perfect, so put DCE on here, rush in with this, swap back to Xerneas. Kindly suggest they taste the rainbow to the tune of lots of damages. Sorry, Marty. Okay, I think I'm actually just gonna start picking to draw unless I know my opponent's on Trev. Deck's pretty consistent at attacking on the first turn. Bicycle, Enhanced Hammer. Interesting. Too many supporters to be a donk deck. Opponent's playing. This is a Team Plasma card. It's 20 more to for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's pretty good against me because there we want to go super wide on our bench. This hand was medium. Probably similar to our average whatever. I guess it had a Sycamore and a Computer Search. Yeah, this hand was good. Let's hope for another average. Yeah, it's... Man, can anyone else smell this one coming out of the computer? I guess we get to Xerneas into DCE into Shaymin. Hopefully we hit a Compressor or an Ultra Ball or a Trainer Mail or a Sycamore or a Jirachi or a Hoopa. There's a lot of good draws as always. Exeggcute not on the list of good draws, believe it or not. So we're gonna put this up here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this to draw 2 and hopefully find one of those good cards I just talked about. Or we could take a trip down to Brick City together and just all hang out. Oh, and this is why when you're on the draw, don't try and plan out what you're gonna do with your turn. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're just gonna be disappointed when they end you and you die. And maybe I should have thought about going first. They must be a Dark Ray deck too, right? Like they've got both Yevs. Oh no! Enhanced Hammer was definitely a reason to lead on Fairy Energy. I guess we saw that when they mulliganed the first time. I guess that was a mistake. I mean, like, that's confirmation bias, right? Like, that's, like, textbook confirmation bias, actually. Like, we could very easily have been on the reverse side of what just happened. Like, we could be like, my opponent, we have a crap hand to start, and my opponent ends me into the insane hand. Like, so I don't think you should be making your decisions based on what you're implying. These two, see what we get. Probably Hoopa into Shaymin. Yeah, let's do that. Keldeo, Shaymin, Salamence is fine in this matchup. We're looking for, like, Battle Compressor into Energy Switch here. I should have kept this Fairy Energy in my hand. I guess I can ditch these. Yeah, and keep the Fairy Energy in my hand. Okay, we'll grab the Xerneas here. Do I have a Colorless in my deck? Sweet. So we're going to play the Xerneas, play this, get Colorless. Sure, but again, those things aren't super consistent and don't happen a lot, and I feel like I'm going to get more upside from my consistency getting to attack on my first turn as opposed to, like, my opponent randomly locking me out of the game. I think none of the lock decks in this game are terribly consistent. Like, if you, like, look at the percentage of, like, if we go to the Poke Goldfish site, and you, like, look at the percentages of decks that are, like, seeing play and expanded, the number of decks that punish me for being on the draw, I feel like, are less than the number of decks that reward me. Oh, shoot. This is gonna cost us. God. Oh, it's such a huge mistake. I should have rushed in this Keldeo, so when he knocked off my stadium, I got to bin the Ho-Oh. So, one of the things we try to do here, Wilherman, is that instead of making absolute statements like that with no logic or reasoning behind them, I'm gonna give you a pass this time because I haven't recognized your username. But in the future, I'm gonna time you out for saying stuff like that if you don't back it up with logic and reasoning, because what you're doing isn't generating discussion. What you're doing is just like trying to say, "Oh, I'm smarter than you, and I know you should always go first." What a good use of your time and everyone's time is you should say, you should always go first in Pokemon because, and then insert the because there. Why should you always go first in Pokemon? And I'm gonna get punished here for having played out the double colorless energy yet again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass. For all of the decks you're saying that, like, you want to be going first against because they're going to lock you inconsistently on the first turn of the game, there's also decks like Night March, and there's decks like the Toad deck we played earlier where we would have been much better off having gone second. Like, there are plenty of things that, like, you get rewarded for choosing to have gone second too. So I don't think that it's objectively correct to say you always do this in this game. Ivan, again, use your words. It always wants to go first because, and then insert the because. If you don't want to contribute and generate a discussion, you just shouldn't post in chat. Like, that's the ruler. I know other people, like, let people just, like, spew in chat, but I try to keep the chat, like, useful and condensed and helpful you know, for the sake of everyone here, including myself. Like, I'm still new to this game. I would like to learn why the things you're saying are what they are. So, you know, help me learn. Or just don't post if you're just gonna, like, fill the chat with, you know, just, like, wasted space, basically. That's how you contribute and have a meaningful discussion. Alright, so what are we doing here? We're going to do this onto here. And then we're definitely going to hoop... I should have waited to do that until I saw what was in my deck. There's only one Ho-Oh in my deck. That's a little sad. I'm getting Ho-Oh. I'm getting Keldeo. Am I getting a Shaymin here? Probably not. Let's grab a Yveltal for now. This turns off Pokemon tools as long as it's my opponent's active Pokemon. So let's play out this and play out this. Then I'm going to go ahead and Sycamore here. Get that Ho-Oh into my bin. If we would have had another Ho-Oh in my deck, I definitely would have gotten another one for there. Huh. I was getting a Shaymin here. I feel like I'm getting a Shaymin. Really wanted one of those to be a fire energy. So these cards are now what are called supporters. So you can only play one supporter card per turn. So there is some balancing there that they didn't have previously. Never really played Pokemon TCG, but most TCG games, there's always going to be decks and situations that play draws can be different. Magic, there's plenty of decks that want to be on the draw. So it's Barrett. So Chewy Bacon, I actually think it's more prevalent in Pokemon than in those other games because, like, in Magic, there really aren't that many decks that want to be on the draw. Alright, so they can mow down my Shaymin pretty quickly here. What Yveltal's attack does, in addition to doing 60 to my active Pokemon, it does 60 to one of my benched EX Pokemon, so they get to two-shot down my Shaymin, which is kind of annoying. Lysandre, I got my Yveltal's kind of a beating because I can't rush in and then Float Stone back with Keldeo because my Float Stone has no effect. I guess I can Lysandre this. Oh, and they just took some EXs off their bench. That's pretty good. Yeah, I guess my line here is put this on Kier and then Lysandre this nerd. Now we can retreat this because this only disables tools while it's they're active. Then Beastly Fang does 110 exactly because they have two EXs here. Already played an energy for the turn. So let's go ahead and Beastly Fang rises here. Which does 120 because of my Fighting Fury belt, right? Neither of those are particularly exciting. Alright, so what are we doing here? I think we're starting by compressoring. Getting rid of 2 of these. And a dark energy, I think. Yeah. I'm just playing this Float Stone out onto something random. I'm going to put this DCE on here. And then I'm going to Sycamore, hoping to hit Stadium, Energy Switch, and then hit a coin. And then hit a coin flip here. Alright, well, there's the Stadium. Gives me an extra bench slot. Have to go ahead and flip a coin on this. If we hit heads, we can knock him out. God bless. So we get to come back with 2 energy cards here. We get to go ahead. Why is Salamence played? It doesn't seem too good, or is it a special counter or something? I mean, what card do you think is better than Salamence and why? We have pretty specific typing restrictions on what we can and can't play in these extra slots. So, like, what's better than Salamence? Alright, so I can retreat. I can retreat to this. And, like, the Salamence wasn't even doing too much work this game. But, like, the Salamence just existing and having his attack forces my opponent to play the game in a way that's different than they normally would. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Xerneas BREAK here, I think, so I can get some extra hit points on this guy. I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. I'm going to go ahead and retreat this, discarding the double Colorless energy. Go ahead and Rainbow Force here for lethal, pick the prize, knock the guy out. This guy's Evil Ball, so if he puts a double Colorless energy on here, this will hit for 160 minus 20, so I live through an Evil Ball with a DCE. So Salamence is the type of card that's nice to have around in a foreign filler / value card decks. Yeah, and like, our deck just wants a bunch of different types of EX Pokemon that are different types, so like, Salamence fills that role. He's an extra type, and he just, like, has a relevant attack, and we want different types of energy for Ho-Oh anyways, so like, the other options for the Salamence slot are, like, Jolteon, but I don't think Jolteon fixes any matchups that are hard for us. And, like, Salamence is a card that, like, forces my opponent to play in suboptimal ways a lot of the time. In addition to just, like, outright winning some games. Flygon might be better. Flygon we can't actually attack with. I want whatever card we have in that slot to actually be able to attack. I guess there's an argument to be made. We could play, like, a water energy to attack with the Keldeo a little bit better, but I don't think that's super... I think that's super realistic. Oh, we could buy a bunch of packs, can't we? Let's do it. I got 1,000 coins here. 1,000 Poke coins. Confirm. Collection. Oh, I added a bunch of packs to the account last night, Ryan, by the way. I had like 10 packs. Look at all those S&M. Alright, let's start with Sun and Moon. Rip! And survey says, heyo, Alohan Muck. Each. I think this card's probably playable in something. Ryan and I were talking about this card. This card might be playable somewhere. Anything going on my end connection-wise? Nope, that's on your end, Bulletproof Pope. I've got 0 dropped frames still, and Twitch has a solid connection. So maybe refresh the stream. A couple evolution packs here that are locked. Let's go ahead and rip through these. So, if you're new to Pokemon TCGO, the little locked icon means you can't trade the pack anyways, and the cards that they open are locked to your account. So you might as well just open them, because that's all you can do. So open the second. Rough, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Twitch is having some issues. 6 Roaring Skies packs that are locked. Let's get them. I haven't completed my set of locked Shaymin yet, so Shaymin. That's rude. It's a weird card bank. As long as Pokemon is your bench, prevent all damage that will be done to this by attacks. Sure. You get unlocked packs from cashing in pack codes or by playing in events that cost tickets. I'm of the opinion that you should just play the Shaymin lottery until you have 4 locked Shaymins. So that's the methodology Ryan and I have been subscribing to. So that's what we do. Yep. I got 2 more of these. All right, 1 more. This is it. This is for all the Shaymins, ladies and gentlemen. Shaymin. Channel your Shaymin energy. Channel the Shaymin energy. Ah! What a doxus. What a tilt. There was no Shaymin in there, Dakum. I know. I'm very sad too. All right, let's open these chests as consolation prizes. Master Jareth, they literally just did a player interview with him where they talked about Pokemon this past weekend. All right, we've been going for a little bit over 3 hours, so I think I'm going to go ahead and